through it. I never had trouble in the kitchen though. This is a nice little lake. Probably this area might have been glaciated here. It's called, is it called Parker Lake? Welcome to Parker Lake. I mean, I can stop at a few places on the way. I don't have to be there till later on. Might as well go. There's nobody coming. So. By those falls again. But Cryon predicted the bombing of Iran back in 2020. Nobody else was predicting that. I think he knew that Trump was going to win, but he never predicted that. But it's almost like the only way some of his predictions could happen is if Trump won, or someone like Trump. But he also predicted that the CCP would fall, and that hasn't happened yet. I think it's close though. They're not very strong in Russia and China. The Chinese government is, I don't think they're doing all that well. I don't think their economy's doing well. I don't think the people are happy with the government. I think it's just a matter of time and they will go. I mean, anybody now that knows that what's going on over there, I think they would predict that the CCP is going to go too now. I mean, you wouldn't have predicted it back in 2020. But now you could see it coming. It's just a matter of time. It's hard to say when it's going to happen. It might happen at the end of this year or early next year. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I thought it would happen a little sooner. I thought it would happen, like a year ago or something. But not with Biden in power. Probably not. It makes more sense that it would happen under Trump. So maybe it'll happen this year, 2026 even. In the next year it might happen. I hope so. That'll be good for the Chinese people. Oxford. I can't remember the name of the town that was in. Oh, you got to pass the interstate for the falls. And then, of course, when China goes, North Korea will go too, because they're kind of up. I think China supports. Let's slow down. I think China supports North Korea. I think they give them a lot of help. Russia does too, I think. Because North Korea helps Russia. That's not going to be a one-way thing. They help each other. Russia needs North Korea. They kind of inherited that alliance. I guess North Korea gives them troops, gives them men. They had men up in Kursk to help throw the Ukrainians out. So they can thank North Korea for helping them. I mean, that's a bad situation there. And they're still trying to, they're out of Kursk. That might be our track. Maybe the track that goes by my house. They pushed them out of Kursk, but there's still a few Ukrainians along the border, basically. They had a drone put a flag, a Ukrainian flag, on this like border post, border crossing, where like customs is. They did that as a publicity stunt because Zelensky was visiting the area, and so the military summary guy, he showed the flag. He says, yeah, this was put here by a drone because they wanted to show him that they still are there. There wasn't really anybody there. They sent a drone to do it. And there's some area along the border that they do have, I think, but they're pretty much out of Kursk. But they have another area that's further east. It's like a border incursion. They took a small village, and they're still there. They took it a week or two ago. They took it. I think what they're trying to do is they want to try to draw some Russian forces away from the front to that area or something like that, because it's not really, unless they want to use it to attack Russia with missiles to get a little closer to Russia. I mean, that's what they were doing with Kursk. They were using it as a base to attack Russia because it gave them a little bit more mileage into Russia. But they're still losing area along the regular front on the east side and on the south side. They're just losing little bits here and there. And Russia is going to have 150,000 more men, and it's said that they're going to do an offensive this spring in a month or 3 weeks or something like that. Maybe late April, May. And you know, Ukraine is hoping that they'll have the help from, I guess they're going to rely on Europe for men. There's going to actually be men coming from France and maybe other countries too. That is not going to fly well with the public in Europe, especially if they start coming home in body bags. That is not going to go over well. I mean, before it was just they were helping Ukraine, and now they're going to start losing men. And they lost some men the other day. They're getting killed before they even get to the front. So that's not going to go over well. The people are going to say, no, we'll vote against this. So, you know, they're going to try to hold on to this war. And it's not a particularly popular war over there. The government wants it, but the people, there's some people that want it, but there's a lot of people that don't. And when they got boots on the ground, that's going to lose its popularity. There's 39, Interstate 39. You see the trucks. So that's what's going on there. And of course, we're already fighting the Houthis in Yemen. America is, and I think we're losing men. We're losing men and equipment there. And it was suggested by, I think, Military Summary. He said